Hi guys, Mike here, and we're having a look at the Sony Xperia Z and the Samsung Galaxy S3. This is going to be Sony's new flagship for the first part of 2013. Well, this is a rather old device right now. It was launched many months ago, and it will be replaced soon by the Galaxy S4. But until then, let's have these two side by side. You're going to notice that the Galaxy S3 is actually more compact than the new Xperia Z. That's mainly because it has a smaller screen. It's a 4.8-inch screen with a Super AMOLED panel on the Samsung Galaxy S3, while on this one there's a Bravia 2 engine 5-inch 1080p screen. So 1080p screen on this one, 720p screen on this one, so better pixel density on the Sony Xperia Z. In terms of hardware, both are running on quad-core processor. But this is a quad-core S4 processor, while this one is an Exynos processor from Samsung. 2 GB of RAM on the Sony, 1 GB of RAM on the Samsung, 16 GB of storage, and of course in both cases the storage is upgradable via micro SD. Now in terms of ports, you're going to notice that on both of these devices you're going to find a volume rocker and this button, which is the power button. Of course, the place slightly different on the Samsung. You have the power button over here and the volume rocker on the other side. Of course, you're also going to have USB ports. You're going to have a headset jack and all the other goodies. But on the Sony, you're going to notice that most of these ports are covered by flaps, and that's because you can see here this is covered by a flap, and that's because this is waterproof. In order to get it waterproof, they had to use these flaps covering all the ports. They could be annoying when trying to use them, but otherwise the device looks very good. Now in terms of build quality, you can see that this feels sturdy. Plastic on the Samsung and glass on the Xperia Z. This is in black. It's going to catch fingerprints like crazy, as you can see here, but it's also going to be available in a couple of other colors as well. Here on the back you have cameras, 8 megapixel camera on the Samsung and a 13 megapixel camera on the Sony Xperia, and of course a new sensor on the Xperia. And this allows the camera on the Sony to offer you a couple of extra features. For instance, you can shoot HDR videos, while on the Samsung you can only shoot HDR stills. Now in terms of operating systems, both are running Android 4.1 Jelly Bean, but on the Samsung you have TouchWiz on top, which is their own skin customizations and stuff like this. While on the Sony you don't really have a lot of customization. It's pretty basic experience, just a couple of preloaded apps. Okay, those are most of the things I wanted to tell you about this too. Of course, a more detailed review is needed and will be available in our channel in a couple of months. Right now the Sony is scheduled to be released in March. We don't know the prices, but probably these two are going to be pretty much on par in terms of prices, although the Samsung Galaxy S3 is older, so it's still probably going to be cheaper in stores. Okay, that was it for now. That was the Sony Xperia Z, their new flagship, and the Samsung Galaxy S3, probably one of the most popular Android devices available right now in stores. Thanks for watching.